Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at game number 4 right now between OGS MC and Mouse's Morrow. So yes, this is game 4. This time we are in Xel'Naga Caverns. And yes, here we are, game 4. As I said, like 3 times in a row. Congratulations. Definitely been a pretty interesting series so far. For the first 2 games, we saw Morrow go with pretty roach heavy, mixing in some Hydras there as well, also getting some Corruptors to deal with what his opponent MC had. However, hasn't worked out quite for him. Didn't work out for him in the first 2 games, unfortunately. Sticking with that burrowed roach strategy was very difficult for him to deal with those Colossus and the Observers. Those bird roaches, again, not quite as effective. Looks like MC is going to be opening up on one base. We've actually been seeing him go for Forge Fast Expand when it's an option, but otherwise we saw him go for actually that 3-gate expand. So wouldn't actually be too surprised if MC just goes 3-gate expand again. Very strong tactic, going Sentry heavy early game, lets you deal with those Zerglings. Also lets you kind of deal with roaches pretty easily as well. We can see the Scouting Pro moving out for MC right now, so he's going to be moving right into Morrow's base. And now something to mention, of course, is last game. Last game we did see, again, as mentioned, Morrow was going for those first 2 games, was going pretty roach heavy. Switched it up by actually going for a Speedling Baneling drop, a nice Overlord drop inside of the main base of MC. And that was absolutely phenomenal. Worked very well for him. Not going to expect that same tactic to be utilized here, especially considering the fact that we are seeing MC open up on the 1 base. It's going to be very difficult for him to actually do something like that, kind of tricky, techie kind of play. It wouldn't really be quite as effective, and just on this map in general, trying something like that isn't going to really be the best of decisions. Speedling Baneling Overlord drop on Xel'Naga Caverns, you don't really see that a lot. It's a relatively small map, close-knit. It's not nearly as large as what we saw last game. So there you have it. Anyways, Probe Scout going to be moving on through the base here for MC, getting a full scout, seeing nothing. I mean, he's just kind of dancing around looking for any possible cheese. At this point, the probe's going to be used to try to delay that expo from Morrow. Now, taking a look inside of the base of MC, pretty standard stuff coming down with that assimilator right now. There you have it. So nothing going on. Not going to be getting that first zealot. People may wonder, well, do I get the first zealot? Should I not get the first zealot? What's the decision? Is it, what's it based off of? Well, you have to realize, again, MC's inside of the base right now of Morrow. He's fully aware of everything that's going on. He can see everything. He knows there's no Zerglings out in play right now, and actually spotting that drone, this is when he's going to be pulling down to that expo to try to deny that drop there. But no, actually that drone's going to be used for scouting instead. And where is the probe going? Very interesting. I think he's going to be dropping a proxy pylon in the corner. That's what I'm going to say. Nope, never mind. So just moving on back into there. For some reason. I think what he was doing was checking for a possible expo over here because he saw that drone not going to that. The normal timing, this would have actually been down a little while ago. We can see pushing on out with these Zerglings, actually checking for some proxy pylons because he did see that probe scout move away from his expo. So not seeing that probe trying to deny that expo. We are going to see Morrow actually check for proxy pylons, as I said he may have been doing. So there you have it. Morrow was kind of thinking the same thing might be going on. And where did that drone scout end up going? Did he actually just grab a Xel'Naga? Or what did he do? Where is he? He must have died, huh? Must have lost that scout. Yes, he did. So it looks like we did have MC take care of that scout. Sorry, I missed it. I was too busy talking about absolutely nothing. No, I was watching those Zerglings, checking for those proxy pylons. That was fun. So did I mention last game that I'm tired? Because I just this is rough, guys. But I did want to get some games for you today, so that's why I'm still going through with this, even though I may not be kind of the most coherent caster at the moment. It's okay. It's all right. Everyone has their days, you know. We do have that Metaball boost finally in right now for Morrow, and he's actually going to be scouting MC, trying to drop this expo. Did he catch that probe? I think he must have, but doesn't want to stick around, doesn't want to deal with those 2 sentries and that zealot. So yes, we are in fact seeing that 3-gate expo, as I expected from MC. MC really liking those quick expand builds, if not that Forge Fast expand. Again, on larger maps with kind of wide open expos, it's kind of hard to pull off that Forge Fast expand. So going for a 3-gate expo, much better idea, and pretty much, I mean, equally as effective. Obviously delays that expo a little bit, but it also gives you those early forces to deal with a lot of early game aggression as well. We are seeing that Roach Warren come out right now for Morrow. So Morrow going to be going back to his familiar tactics, going to be going probably Roach heavy here. And that can work pretty well. It's kind of scary on this map dealing with choke points like this. Again, you just have to really be careful about where you engage. Roach heavy is great, but force fields, I tell you, the absolute bane of Roach Hydra. It's just so hard to deal with force fields. Actually, two Zerglings making it into the main here. Not going to be able to do much damage, but they are getting their scouting down. In fact, unfortunately, they're just going to be seeing those 3 gateways, which is actually something that Morrow probably already expected was in play anyways. So didn't catch much else than what he had thought was already on the board. But very neat of him to actually get up into the base. Obviously that wall off wasn't complete there from MC. He had his forces down here protecting his Expo instead. But again, for MC, in all honesty, not the worst of things, because he didn't really get out too much. And look at that Stargate coming down. So going to be seeing probably some Void Rays, maybe a couple of Phoenixes in there for harassment as well. Phoenix is not going to be nearly as effective as this point in the game. If you kind of open up one gateway into Phoenix, that can be very, very effective harassment. But at this point in the game, the fact that Morrow is so very close to having those Hydras out, it is more likely that we're going to be seeing some Void Rays for some engagement. But you never know. He could throw some Phoenixes in there as well just to do some Overlord harassment and to pick up Roaches, stuff like that. That's going to work as well. So we'll see what happens. We have that Forge just about finished as well. But here comes the push from MC, and actually Morrow not sitting on a lot right now. Army supply at 20, so he's actually below what MC's got right now. So MC's going to start going to town on these crawlers and finally push down with some Roaches, but good force fields going down. These sentries in Zeld section, but chop right through this. Here we go. Finally some reinforcement Roaches. That's exactly what he needs. Losing the Queen. That is very unfortunate. Good force fields going down there from MC. Very dangerous. Look at that slick force fielding. Pretty impressive force fields there from MC. That's going to allow MC to push back right now. Those Roaches don't really have that ability to catch up to them at this point. Not sitting on that Roach speed. In fact, going to be getting those tunneling claws first, allowing his Roaches to move while burrowed. So just a little bit of harassment. He managed to take out a Queen. Let's take a look at the unit loss tab. So yes, definitely MC's in the better position here. And there is that Void Ray. So yeah, there you have it. Starting out with that one Void Ray. Actually, we're following that up with the Phoenix as well. We'd like to try to see if we can get rid of this Overlord. Void Ray going to be moving around, doing a little bit of scouting. Probably just try to do a little harassment as well. He could actually probably pick off a couple Roaches here. Is he going to get the one at low health? There we go. Target firing the one at low health. Trying to get this one. Is going to want to stay away from the Queen though, but no, here comes the Phoenix, and this is very dangerous right now. Phoenix going to pick up the Queen, going to take out that Queen first, and then start going to town on these groundians. There's just not enough anti-air. Now here we go. We do have that Hydra Den coming on, a couple Spore Crawlers coming on through as well, but I'm not quite sure at this point that he has enough. This Void Ray is going to start to do quite a bit of damage, and it looks like we're actually just going to see a counterattack from Morrow. So Morrow deciding he can't really deal with this effectively, just going to go for a counterattack, lifting up that one Queen. I would like to see that Void Ray after taking out that Spore, target fire that down. This one, unfortunately, this one Phoenix is going to take quite a while to actually take out that Queen, and actually can't lift it up. Not enough energy in these Phoenixes to lift up that Queen, and here we go, counterattack. What is he doing? Needs to be careful. I don't think he has quite enough here. Pushing forward with those Roaches. Let's see if he uses that Burrow effectively. Yes, he does. There's no cloak. Yes, there is. Where's that cloak detection? There must be an observer sitting right here. Was able to spot those. I didn't think there was a cannon or anything. No. Okay, I don't know. What the hell just happened? Anyways, going to be engaging with these Roaches, trying to basically poke down some of these units, and then burrow once they get in danger, once they get to low health. Void Ray was pushed back, unfortunately, at this point with those Hydras on the board. Not going to be able to use those, and actually going to be forced to move back right now with these Roaches. Finally going to be getting out an Observer here, so MC is going to be able to deal with those bird Roaches from this point in the future. There is that Robotics. He does have this level 1 upgrade coming for his ground weapons. Pretty much that's all he's sitting on at this point. Void Ray sitting in the corner is actually going to be spotting this drone, trying to drop this Expo. It's probably just going to kill that off too before it can get away. Let's see if he manages to do so, and here we go. Going to start going to town on this hatchery. Is he going to try to let this build? And actually, this is not looking good. Hatchery's going to drop if he doesn't cancel it. Powering up. We're going to come down with these 2 Hydras. Yes, he is forced to cancel it, but those 2 Hydras actually probably going to be enough to pull back that Void Ray. That Void Ray really doesn't want to engage, and especially considering we do have a couple more. Lots of Phoenixes in play right now, so going to be doing quite a bit of harassment with those. Very, very dangerous situation. He's going to pick up. Yes, he is. He's just going to go straight for those Hydras, dropping them down. The Void Ray at very low health, but it doesn't matter. Taking out pretty much all the anti-air. We do have a few Hydras over here, but not quite enough. A big Roach push coming down over here, but he needs to be careful. I don't even think he can deal with this at this point. He does have that Burrow, though, and actually, in all honesty, with that, he should be able to. But unfortunately, Morrow is going to be losing that Expo again. But here comes the push right now. He's determined to do some damage. That bro is not going to be quite as effective this time, though, because we do have that observer into play. And there comes the observer. So Roach is trying to push on forward, do as much damage as possible. Nice force field going out. But the bro Roach is going to push on into the base there. And actually, at this point, MC is going to be force field out of his own base. What is he doing? There we go. Finally coming up. Coming down with those Phoenixes to try to deal with this as well, though. Losing a lot because of that observer. Those Roaches dropping so quickly. He did manage to sneak a few into the base, though. That one force field keeping MC's units out of the base. Phoenix is doing what they can to pick up those Colossus, but not without taking losses here. Morrow's doing a little bit of damage, trying to split up his Roaches right now, trying to force the observer to follow one group and then attack with the other, and there you have it, trying to spread them out as much as possible. It doesn't matter. This attack has been pretty much thwarted at this point. We can see MC does have enough and has managed to take him out. We do have these two Roaches sitting over here. Are they going to get spotted? Very close. Where's that observer? There we go. So Roaches finally spotted, and those guys are going to get dropped pretty quickly. So nice harassment there by Morrow. Wasn't nearly as effective as he would have liked. We saw those Burrow Roaches sneak through, but again with that observer there, it's just not that effective. And MC has the high yield up. Still no third for Morrow. So MC in a very strong position with this high yield. If he can just defend that, he's going to be sitting pretty right now. Lots of Hydras on the board. Let's take a look at that army tab. We are 54 to 80. So MC in a strong position. It needs to be careful. MC is pushing out. Morrow is going to be in a tough situation right now if MC pushes with the full throttle here of everything that he has. Besides unit composition, just the general army size, MC is at a very strong advantage right now. And here comes the push. This is looking very daunting right now for Morrow, but actually no, pulling back. So not going to be engaging quite as of yet, and luckily for Morrow, because had he pushed in, I think he actually would have been in a really tough spot. No, he's actually going to be trying to go for the econ deny here, moving on down to the third, and here we go. Phoenix is leading the way right now. Going to try to lift off some of these units. Good force fields going down. Are they going to lift up anything? No, not quite as of yet. Some really nice force field action. Observer sitting up front here as well. The Phoenix is going to be used to try denying the Overseers, but needs to be careful. Here comes that Overseer, and they're going to be dropping down that very quickly. I'm expecting that Observer to drop, but it doesn't matter. Looks like Morrow may be losing this, burrowing down with those Roaches, pushing forward. Some additional force fields here from MC. MC just completely on top of those force fields. Roaches pushing forward, but by the time they actually got up to this Colossus, they had taken so many hits in the numbers, and there you go. Morrow does call the GG. So there you have it, guys. That is the end of the series. MC just really showing how effective those quick expand builds can be, and just really nice unit composition. We did see some Phoenix play this game, which was very nice as well. So yeah, there you have it, guys. That is the end of the series. Oh, also, I'm going to try to start doing those anti-spoilers. A lot of people asked for those. Sorry I picked just crappy cast to start this on. I don't know. I guess the casts were okay, but I'm just definitely a little out of it. I'm sorry if I missed anything as well. Like I said, it was a long weekend. Not up to speed quite as of yet. But anyways, guys, hopefully you did enjoy the content. Nevertheless, if you did, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And as always, guys, keep watching and keep owning.